CJ, the deluded Gooner. How are you, sir?
I'm good, man. Trophies are trophies. Ollie, why are you so shady about my club, man?
A genuine question. Is it a trophy?
It is a trophy.
Oh, come on.
So Alex Ferguson and Pep Guardiola cut it. Who are we to suggest otherwise? I prefer English Super Cup.
No, come on. Mate, do you know why it's not a trophy?
Why?
Even Wembley forgot it was on. Even Wembley forgot. They had the weekend on. Oh yeah, that thing that happens every year.
They prefer the Bruno Mars concert, to be fair.
We forgot about that.
I think that's what's going on at Wembley, actually.
How are you, mate? How's your summer been? All good?
I'm good, man. It's been a great summer, apart from the World Cup, where me and you covered it. Apart from that, I've been great, man. We was talking about holidays. How are you, my friend? How's the summer treating you, on and off the field?
Yeah, let's just talk about Arsenal, I reckon, mate. Yeah. No,
I don't mind.
I'm all good, thank you. But just on Arsenal, obviously you got to see your two major new signings. You saw Zolis, you saw Bruno Guimaraes. How did you think they got on against Man City?
Oh, let's start with your friend, man. You know, your former captain Bruno G.
Friend strong, mate.
Friend, your mate. You adored him. I know how.
No,
you did. No, don't be shameless.
Nothing to me. No.
Don't be like a guy that can't get over their girlfriend. Time moves on. Bruno wanted to come.
You haven't met me then, mate.
You're a horrible guy. But no, Bruno, I actually feel it's too early to jump the gun, but it's like he's been here for years. I think he's fitted in seamlessly. I think his interceptions were good. His forward passing was good. I think Zolis has had a great pre-season and he carried that on in the Community Shield. Beyond the obvious of winning, I think that was our best performance of pre-season, Ollie, so far.
Are you clear favourites for the title?
Oh, well, for me...
Keyword being clear there.
Yeah, 100%, man. We shouldn't be scared to say that. Like, we earned the right because we won. Clearly, you look at all the people you expect to be rivals. There's a lot of unanswered questions. You know, Maresca, the jury's still out. Carrick, whatever have you about whatever team. Where the good, the bad and the ugly about my football club, you already know it. So, yeah, we're the clear favourites. Bring it on.
The only thing I'd say with Arsenal is actually something that's out of their control in a lot of ways. I just think that squad has played a lot of football, mate.
They have played a lot of football.
Lot of football. And I'm just a bit concerned that could catch up with them. And I know what you're going to say. Oh, but we've signed Bruno so we can give Rice a rest, etc. But let's be honest. At the end of last season, and you did get over the line. I'm not saying that you eventually broke that curse. You managed to do it. You won the Premier League. Fine,
amazing.
But you laboured through some of those games.
Yep.
Let's be completely frank here. You laboured past Everton. You laboured past Newcastle, who was so out of form. West Ham, some people would argue you got a bit lucky with that decision.
You earn your luck. You earn your luck in this world.
I don't think that. But do you know what I'm trying to say?
I know what you're getting
There's also new rules about corners.
That doesn't just affect us. We're just the best at set pieces.
So it does affect you in a big way.
We scored 121 goals. You could break down how many came from open play.
So it does affect you in a big way, a massive way.
Naturally,
the rules are changing.
Naturally, but every time the rules have changed, we've adapted to it. And again, people like to talk about Arsenal and set pieces. City was evident in the fact that we didn't score or create anything from a set piece. We did it from open play. I'm more concerned about breaking down low blocks.
But this is my point: is that you then haven't really bolstered that front line at all. Let's be honest.
Zolis is a step in the right direction, if I'm honest with you.
But come on, he's not the marquee signing we were hoping.
As I'm alluding to, Ollie, it's like Zolis is a step in the right direction, but considering the fact that we won the Premier League and we ended that 22-year curse, of course you wanted a game changer. The last time I spoke to you, I didn't necessarily subscribe to the fact that we could get Vinicius, and I appreciate the club's ambition for going after him, but fundamentally didn't get him. I like Bacola. I'm not having him at 145 million. Obviously, the beginning man in the season was obviously Morgan Rogers. That never ended up being the case. So I do think losing out on a left winger, as much as I like Zolis, and not getting that evident marquee signing at the point of entry to the club, is a bit of a disappointment. But then I'm not being funny. We've got Bruno. We've got players that can move across. And again, last season, going back to your point about injuries, that is a factor, 100%. That's what, on one hand, with the depth we're bringing in / brought in, gives me benefit. But two, Ollie, is that not the belly of the beast? If you're a decent player that plays for club and country, are you not playing 70 games a season, whether you play for Arsenal or somewhere else? So there's bigger questions.
It doesn't mean you don't run out of steam, mate.
100%. We suffered. Spurs suffered.
Several
Several clubs suffered. That's why you've got Bruno. That's why Miles Lewis-Skelly's emergence. That's why you've got Zubamendi and a bunch of left field choices that we can actually put.
Saliba's out for a long time.
We need a centre half.
Ben White's got injury issues. I think he played well in the Community Shield.
We need enough. That's his best game of pre-season. We need a defensive reinforcement.
Timber's got injury issues.
Back in a few weeks.
So do you know what I mean? I think almost the midfield's the worst place to pick on because, like you say, that there's a bit of depth there. But at the same time, like I say, it's not a criticism of the manager. It's not a criticism of the squad. It's just the nature of football now.
We need
You play so many games.
Exactly.
And Arsenal, what, you didn't play one game of the entire season that you could have played, or two games?
Yeah, we played 60 odd games this season. That's why for me, You asked me about left wing. Now, obviously approaching the summer, a left winger, excluding Zolis, because we were briefed that he was coming in addition. And in an alternative universe, we've got that game changer on the left-hand side in addition to him, and we're laughing. But it's a case of that centre-back could come back to bite us on the bum. Saliba's projected to be out for 3 to 4 months. Obviously, if I'm honest, Benjamin White, love him. Timber, love him. You can actually look on the left-hand side with Calafiori and Hincapié. You probably expect them to get injuries. My preference would be, if we get away from names, a centre-half that has the ability to play right-back. That's probably why I'd prefer Konza to Konza.
I was going to say, with Konza and Quansah, which would you rather and why?
It's annoying because if we just look under the hat of we've won the Premier League, someone that could just plug in and play immediately, Konza, you've seen he's played a major part for Aston Villa getting the Europa League and Champions League qualification. But I'd rather Konza if we're going to overpay, purely because he can play right back. He is 23. He is more impressionable. I think Konza is the better option, but I'd prefer Konza. And I'm not being funny. Konza's being linked with 60 odd million. Leverkusen bought Konza for 30 odd million. They're going to want to double it as a minimum. Surely we can scout someone. Now, who that is, I don't know, but it's paying through the nose there, man.
Just going back to the left wing position, Gabriel Martinelli wasn't in the squad for the Community Shield game. Look, it's not as if there hasn't been links with him away from the club. Did that surprise you at all?
Ollie, that's the most surprising thing beyond the scoreline from the summer, because people would move on with Martinelli. I love him, but at the end of the day, he has stagnated. He's not become that game changer to the point where I look at him as a tool in the toolbox. If there's, like, let's just say we went to St. James's Park, we're a goal up, we're under the cosh, you lot are looking like you're going to equalise. You might bring him on to either help defensively or pull forward. I thought at the very minimum he would be that. I expected Wanyeri to not be in the matchday squad. I expected Gabriel Jesus, but I thought Martinelli just being a tool in the toolbox. I thought, is that a statement? Because this week he has been linked with Galatasaray. His camp have come out and said he's got no willingness to do that. Now, whatever I think about Martinelli, to go back to what you said about the left-hand side, surely we don't sell him without bringing someone in, because you're literally weaker. Now, I don't know how you do that. Do you get the new guy in first and then Martinelli goes? Are you selling Martinelli regardless? I just feel that was very damning from Mikel Arteta to leave him out. And I do think Arteta's got that Pep Guardiola thing in that when he's too apologetic to players and sympathetic in his press game conference, run for the hills. When Arteta starts saying, it's my fault, I can't get you in the side, you got to run for the hills. And I do think beyond that, I don't think we have to sell to buy, but there's a lot of players on wages that have stagnated. Martinelli might be a chance to move in that direction.
On the flip side, you've then got Lewis Skelly starting in the game and having a very, very good game. And again, there's been links with him moving away, but that felt like a bit of a statement performance from him, but also a statement from Arteta to say, no, this guy's going to play games this season and he's going to be one of my key players.
Ollie was predictable. The minute Bruno was confirmed, you saw Miles Lewis-Skelly, which to be fair has been linked with moves away, but he's going to be linked with a move away. Zubamendi's being linked with a move away. I do think fans and people of football can be hypocrites, because you mentioned it earlier, Rice has played 60, 70 games. People say you need depth. You then go and get depth, which we've got 4 great centre mids for essentially 2 central positions. If that's how Arteta wants to play, someone's going to leave. Miles Lewis-Skelly, as you know, had a great end to the season, had a great Emirates, I can't remember the tournament, but we played against Como at the Emirates before, obviously, Sunday. So he's put in 2 great performances. We can't afford to lose him. Ollie, I think he's a future Arsenal captain. I can't afford to lose him. I think Zubamendi is the one that I look at and think, if offers come from Spain, would we be tempted? But for a year, at the very least, we need to keep all 4. Like you mentioned, West Ham. Remember, Rice went right back. We had no other centre mid. If that happens a year from now, look at the options.
Yeah. What about Ethan Wanyeri? Again, not in that squad. Do you feel it might be either the end of the road for him at Arsenal, or he might get loaned out again? How do you see that playing out?
Ollie, unfortunately, right player, wrong time. You do kind of wish he was about when Saka and Smith Rowe and we really went back to basics. The pathway's congested. I want him to stay. I would rather loan him out. But at the end of the day, several options in the left 8, in the right 8, in the number 10. Right wing, Dalman's obviously there. Madueke's there. Bukayo Saka's there. He can't really get football. His stock might be high. Who's really going to fetch a decent fee out of the players that probably are going to be moved on, pure profit and whatnot? I do think it's the end of the road for Wanyeri, which breaks my heart, because for me, I would loan him out for a year or 2. I don't know how long the likes of Marino, Kai Havertz, etc. are going to be there, and that's where the pathway opens up. But right player, wrong time. It's going to break my heart, man. It's going to break my heart.
I've got a couple of questions for you, right?
Go ahead.
You say you're clear favourites.
You mentioned it. I mean, yeah.
But you said it.
I back it, man. Come get your titles.
How many points do you win the league by?
Come on, man. I'm not a magician, man. There's nothing we can win.
Look into your crystal ball.
What did we get last year?
Was it 10 points?
We won it by 7 points, isn't it? Anything from 3 to 7. Anything from 3 to 7 points.
Okay. And then if you don't win the Premier League...
here we go.
Actually, hold on.
Bring on the new season. I've missed these questions.
If you could win 1, Champions League, Premier
Don't
League.
do this, Ollie, man.
No, come on. Champions League, Premier League.
Premier League or champs, right? Conflicting. I'm an Arsenal fan. 31 years of age, seen us get to 2 finals, seen us take the lead in 2 finals. I don't really dream about Europe anymore because my heart's been broken. So if I'm being selfish, I would say the Champions League because we haven't done it. I think we need to retain the Premier League.
If you came third in the Premier League but you won the Champions League, is that a good season?
But yeah, because you won the Champions League for the first time in the history. But then when you look at the 38-game calendar, there's going to be questions to ask as to how you've, on paper, regressed.
Yeah. Having been clear favourites.
I mean, a lot of teams have been clear favourites. People were saying Man City's clear favourites when they started to turn their form around. As an Arsenal fan, you wouldn't know, Ollie, man, but when you're in a Premier League shout and when you've actually won a Premier League, you learn to take it week in, week out, man. Bruno will tell you in a year from now.
Yeah, will he? Yeah. He's already won a trophy, mate.
Oh, that's great. He's going to win the Prem. Yeah. Again. Got a couple
This
of
is the
nibbles.
Socio on TalkSport 2, brought to you by Final One Standing from William Hill. William Hill, new season, new game, big jackpot. Get you round.
This club, I love you so much.
Tottenham Hotspur are safe.
Sunderland fans, get your passports out!
It is a night of Villa glory. England beaten in a World Cup semi-final again.
And now we're ready to do it all over again.
So come on.
Radoni is there again!
Ipswich Town have done it again. Promotion back to the Premier League.
Comes to Mbappe, off the goalkeeper and in. Haaland, 1-1. Terrific goal. Bruno Fernandes. João Pedro equalises, headed in by Havertz.
It's time to shine.
Are you ready for it?
You're all that matters to me. Oh, we're looking forward to it, aren't we?
Yeah, man. We love this sport.
You
We
take
love
that,
it.
fam? Take that.
Something like that.
Do you like it?
It's all right, man.
Yeah. What's your favourite song?
I ain't got one, man.
Probably this one.
Yeah. Probably this one. You're in top form today.
Yeah, rule the world like Arsenal did.
Hey. I like that.
Didn't rule Europe though, did they?
Can't have everything, man. You can't have everything.
It is safe to say though that Arsenal are the favourites to win the Premier League. It's courtesy, really, isn't it? I think if you've won it last season,
Yeah.
it's courtesy to say they're favourites. You said they were clear favourites. Said they were going to win by about.
I didn't say clear, but we're favourites. You can say clear, you can say favourites. I'm just going to say favourites.
You said they were going to win by 20 points.
Look at this guy, man. Giving Piers Morgan a run for his money.
But what I want to know from you, CJ, is who is the best bet to challenge them? We've kind of dipped into this throughout the show, but all of the chasing pack start the season with new managers in charge. You know, a lot of them you could argue in transition. But I'm going to ask you to rank them now, one by one. So let's start with Manchester City. And when you say closest challenger, you can say then the number one closest challenger if you want to. Look, finished second last season, but we are post-Pep now. Looked like a bit of a shambles in that Community Shield game. Not that you can read too much into that. As much as they've lost Rodri, they've also spent big money. I still think they've got an excellent squad. I mean, excellent, right up there still. But where would you put them? Are they Arsenal's closest challengers, do you think?
I mean, it's a weird one. And to be fair, we probably need our own show where City's concerned. I think when I look internally at Manchester City, there's a lot of turnover. I feel there's a lot of things they've needed to probably address in the last 2-3 years under Pep Guardiola, and they haven't. I think they've, I look at Haaland on paper, as great as he is. I look at Donnarumma, they're kind of signings that didn't kind of fit the ideology of Manchester City, in that Haaland's a great striker. We all want him. But in terms of dropping deep and all that false nine stuff you'd expect from Pep, Donnarumma, as we spoke about, with the ball at his feet, I think they've lost a lot of leadership. I feel the likes of Bernardo, Kevin, Gundogan, they've needed a bit of new blood. I don't feel necessarily in that regards Phil Foden stepped in. Of course, I haven't been watching Manchester City in pre-season in their entirety, and I'm not going to, as much as they look poor against us, I'm not going to draw too many conclusions. I'm just wary that Maresca's wanted that job for a while. He's from the same school of thought from Pep Guardiola. So that's something to consider. As you said earlier, the squad that they have right now might not necessarily be the same one they'll have in September. There's a lot of gelling to do. There's a lot of pressure. You never want to really step into a great man's shoes. It's like post Ferguson, post Arsene Wenger. So I have to see from that. Just based on where they finished last season, I have to say yes. But of course, City look they don't look invincible anymore. They don't look a class above everybody like they did when Pep was in his pomp. I still think they'll be up there, but maybe people that finish below them are probably eyeing them up. But I would say for me at this moment in time, they're my closest rivals. My rogue shout would be Chelsea for the reasons we discussed earlier today. I have this sneaky feeling about Liverpool, but the one thing that would tip me towards truly believing that, the defenders. I know they've got the Jacquet fella and, you know, they've got a Rojo, whether that works out or not. If I can look at Liverpool and they look like they've shored themselves up defensively, and another team that looks like they need to click in midfield, I think I'll take them a lot more seriously in that regards. I think the attack will take care of itself, but the other 2/3, Man United fans will probably put themselves into that shout. But again, I'd add an asterisk because simply put, more games now. I don't know what Carrick looks like with a whole season. I don't know if your squad can cope with those demands. At this moment in time, they probably need a left back. I think that's about it, if I'm honest.
So you got Man City as your closest challenger, Liverpool after that, and then Man United.
Oh, Man United, Liverpool's a drop of a hat because Liverpool did fall off a proper cliff at a point last season. It weren't a great season by any stretch of the imagination, and it just shows how weird the league is because Man United were a joke for the first half of the season. They sacked Amorim, they went on a fantastic run, they galvanised the troops, and they added a positive kind of spin on their season. So Liverpool and United, if I'm honest with you, it's a bit 50-50-esque. I just have this sneaky feeling about Areola at Manchester City, at Liverpool. Granted, it goes more than just being how good you are at Bournemouth. There's a lot of psychological factors to consider when you're managing a club of the stature of Liverpool. But United, Liverpool, toss of a coin for me. I'd go City. My rogue shout would be Chelsea purely because they're one of the.
So you'd have Liverpool, Man United ahead of Chelsea in terms of who you think?
Yeah, the only factor would change it is they're playing one game a week. I like what. Well, when I remove my Arsenal cap, I like what Chelsea could be in theory. They can really go back to basics. They've got a coach in Xabi Alonso. They've brought in some experience.
Welbeck.
Exactly,
Henderson.
some very good signings. Probably need a goalie, as you've been saying, but they're playing one game a week. They can get back to basics and get a real coaching ethos. But a lot needs to gel. A lot needs to go right. At this moment in time, couple of injuries to the Reece Jameses, to the Colwills. Obviously, I hope that's not the case. You're back to square one. Kind of what I said about Liverpool. If I see Chelsea defend properly, then I think everything clicks. I think on paper, whether Enzo goes or not, assuming he stays, you got Enzo, you got Caicedo, you got Rodgers, you got Palmer, you got the young Brazilian lad. It could go bang, and I think the fun starts. If you're a neutral, Pep Guardiola, generational coach, is gone. Anybody could do it. I think Arsenal are best positioned to seize the present at this moment in time because a lot of what other teams need to do, we've already done it. But honestly, we're going to have to see, man. And that's why I think we can win again.
That third game is huge, isn't it? Arsenal-Chelsea.
We always do them at the Emirates. Light work, man. Bring your A game, man. Xabi Alonso, so good. Can't wait to just, little boy them. He'll be
if they beat you, though, how concerned would you start to be? That would be a massive statement if they went to the Emirates.
What game is that?
Third game in
the season, so there'd be 30 odd other games. We just have to, hold the banner for the night and go on because there was a lot of twists and turns. We still failed to beat Liverpool last season, which frustrated me. We won the league, so we didn't beat City in the league and we finished 7 points clear. So again, I don't expect you to know about winning titles, but it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Sorry, mate, won the League Cup in 2025.
Oh, that's amazing, man. Yeah. Where's your parade?
Sorry, mate, won the Championship
Premier League.
in 2017.
Premier League champions.
Won the Championship.
Premier League champions.
Won the Championship.
You'll never know what that feels like. Big up the other Newcastle fans, but Ollie gives me a lot of...
Never know what that feels like.
You'll never know what it feels like.
Yeah, why is that?
Have you seen your squad?
Why is that?
The Eddie Howe glory days gone. Everything comes to an end.
Yeah.
Like, the cycle's over.
Because of the rules.
To be fair, if the rules were bended, I think bend is not the right word. If they were changed, I do think Newcastle would be a force to be reckoned with. As you kind of said, there's a lot of games playing. There's a lot of rules that cripple the smaller clubs and protect the traditional top six. But hey, don't hate the player, hate the game. If life was fair, we'd all have a lot less, wouldn't we?
CJ, it's been a pleasure, mate.
Always, man.
It's been a pleasure.
Always.
Up the cob on Friday. Come on. Come on, that game is...